We're sitting here with Mike Brown, the eldest statesman of motocross, both in the States and in Europe. Mike, after much to and froing, you're back in the World Championships. Could you tell us a bit about how this came about?
Yeah, I've talked to Cass for a few years now, and it's finally worked out this year. Neil called me in August, maybe looking for a rider to come over for this year because Josh was leaving, and I was for sure interested. I had a kind of a bad deal last year and wasn't working out for me, so I was really interested to come back to Europe because I really like it here, and it's a great team. For sure the CAS team is one of the better teams in Europe.
All right. Of course, nobody needed to tell you anything about the World Championships. You've spent considerable time in Europe already. How did it feel coming back? What did you think of the level, the professionalism? Was there any change in that?
Yeah, for sure, a lot. Everything's, from when I was here in 2005 with the team I was riding for then, it's a big difference, the more professional for sure. It's like you see on TV, like the road racing, it's stepped up a lot. It's I think the motocross end is a lot more professional than America on the motocross for sure. The events and stuff put on.
Of course, you had a couple of very good seasons in the States after your return there. You even raked in a title then subsequent to your return. Were there any options for you in the States as well that you had to consider?
Yeah, I had a few teams, but it was, I don't think in America, if you're riding a small bike class, you got to be on one of the factory teams or, Mitch's team, and it wasn't one of those, so I wasn't really interested in being on another team that didn't have comparable bikes with all the other guys. So, and I was looking forward to coming back to Europe. It's more laid back over here than America's like superstar people, and that's not me really. I'd rather be here, I think.
All right. Of course, we asked one of your compatriots the same question earlier on. Much is being made by the armchair racers in the forums about the level in Europe versus America and who's faster here or there. You've seen it from both sides. What is your take on that?
I think on the tracks over here, for sure. I think when Everett is here, it's. I think they're just as fast here. You see at the Motocross of Nations that Everett was the fastest that day for sure, and any day he could be fast like that. And I think on the tracks here, European guys are faster. If you get back to where all the jumps are and the tracks are a little different, maybe American guys have a little bit, but I think the depth of the riders back to 15th is faster here for sure in Europe than they are in America.
Now, of course, you've had a good few years behind you already. Have you had any idea of how many more seasons you would like to go for it at top level?
Yeah, I still love racing and, the training part and everything. I love traveling still. Maybe one more year, just see how it goes this year. I want to still be, compete with the top guys. I don't want to be in the back and running around. That's not me really. I don't really train my hardest all week to, be in the back. So if I can keep like I'm going now or pick it up a little bit, for sure I'd like to keep racing as long as I could. I don't feel like I'm 34 years old. I feel good, but we'll see how the year goes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, of course, you have all the young whippersnappers coming along and looking to dethrone the old war horses. Do you have any plans for Supercross as well at the end of the season?
Not really, no. If CAS is, I'm still with them next year or whatever, if they'd like me to, or if it's possible, I still like doing Supercrosses too, for sure. I think it keeps you, in shape still and racing, and keeps you the edge on the jumps. But not like doing the Supercrosses. I miss that a little bit, but for sure motocross is my favorite.
All right. And your contact with states back home, would you be going back regularly during the year or only at the end of the season?
No, if I have a weekend off, I usually get to go back home for 3 or 4 days, just a week, and I come back on the weekend. We have off to get ready for the next weekend. But doing the British Championships and the World Championships, usually we have a week off the world, it's a British Championship, but I think the next time I go home will be after Portugal for a week, couple of days.
Of course, you've been all around the world circuit. Now nobody knows what's going to happen here tomorrow with all the rain in Spain, literally the rain in Spain. How do you like this track, and how do you rate your chances here if everything happens tomorrow?
Good. I've won here. Last time I was here, I think the last moto I raced here, I won in 2000 I think it was, and I've always liked the track. It's kind of a good American track, good jumps, and I like the dirt really of the track, so it gets rutted and stuff, but I hope it turns out good. You know, hopefully the rain will quit. They can work on the track and get it to where we can race on it. And you know, if I could do a top 7 tomorrow in both motos, I'd be happy.
All right. Well, Mike, good luck for the rest of the year, and we'll follow your progress throughout the year at Motocross Planet.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks.